one.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. It is the Obsidian Alliance. I am the Blair Thomas.
Magic.
Brooks.
Major Vibes.
And today, we're here to talk to you about Black superheroes, their impact, and what we'd like to see going forward. And let's just take a moment to say R.I.P. to the GOAT, Chadwick Boseman, to our Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Kamaku.
Bombay! Rest in peace, Chadwick. Didn't even know that he had colon cancer. Stage 3, in fact. And held it down as Black Panther and Jackie Robinson and James Brown. And the other roles that he had for 4 years strong.
That's crazy.
Strong man to be the Black Panther. But as Blair was going into, we just lost one. And before this even was starting to record, we was having an interesting discussion on whether or not Chadwick, the Black Panther as T'Challa, should be recast or even in Black Panther 2. And we're going to continue that. Major Vibes, go ahead.
Don't even start with your disrespect. Y'all better not. This ain't no normal Spider-Man. Every 2 years we get a new Spider-Man movie. Y'all can't do that. Y'all can't do that. Y'all better not. This ain't Batman where you can just recast and just get another Batman. No. Who's going to be Black Panther? Does anyone have someone in mind who could be the next Black Panther? Who?
Shuri.
Who?
Lupita. Shuri.
If you want to go with the comics, Shuri, of course, took over the mantle when T'Challa was either killed or had to do other business. And then, if we're talking about actual like recasting of the character, I have
recasting.
Denzel Washington's son.
Hell no.
Hey, don't doubt his acting now. That man's a good actor.
Yeah.
And we didn't think Chadwick Boseman could pull off an African accent, and
Who did?
nobody was thinking that Chadwick Boseman. A lot of people were thinking he was going to come in with an Americanized accent, and it wasn't going to work. That's why people were doubting him in the beginning, and he was able to pull it off. Because for history fact, for those that don't know, he actually did a smaller role in a smaller film where he had to practice a South African accent, so it was an easy transition into Black Panther. So,
Y'all Negroes didn't answer my question. Y'all nasty Negroes didn't answer my question. Who gonna be the next Black Panther?
Hold on. Time out. You ain't got to do no name calling. That's first off. That was uncalled for.
Y'all just let the man die and just we gotta recast him.
First of all, I didn't say recast. I said go by the comics and let his sister do it. That's what I said because that's what happened in the comic book.
what I'm saying is that the show must go on because Black Panther is still alive and well in the comics. In fact, he's one of the most influential people in all of Marvel. You just can't let that die.
See?
Bro, hold on.
You see it?
This is for you, Major. If that's how you want it to be, what do we do now for our superheroes if Black Panther's gone forever? Then what? When Marvel updates and they need more of Black Panther he's involved with other stuff, what do we do? Is his character just null and void and we never get a black superhero? And wait for DC to do something right?
It'll be another decade before they do that.
Shock.
I mean, granted, at DC Fandom, they did announce Static Shock movie in development in February.
Who gonna be Static Shock?
We don't know yet.
Meat Mills.
It's got Rocky.
Boy, don't you dare disrespect that man like that.
A$AP Rocky look like him, but he can't play. He don't have the acting chops though.
Look, Well, first of all, for Major, there's nothing wrong with going by the comic. I'd much rather them do it that way. I'm with you 100%. Don't recast him.
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther could just be a woman because honestly, there's a lot of superheroes right now that are technically women. Isn't Thor a woman right now? Technically?
Not anymore.
Oh, they switched it back now?
He's the king of Asgard now.
Yeah. So what? Wait, wasn't Iron Man a woman? A black woman? So
Hard. No longer under the Iron Man mantle.
Oh, okay. So the point is, a woman can take the mantle because they've taken the mantle in all other aspects in other superhero lines.
It's fine if you want to take the mantle, at least for this movie. But as I said, T'Challa in the comics is alive and well. You can't just phase him out.
So here's another thing. If we don't have Black Panther, when was the last time you saw, movie-wise, not TV-wise, movie-wise, we had a decent or a good black superhero?
Blade.
How long ago was that, though?
Yeah, almost 20 years.
Hey,
Exactly.
we get a new Spawn movie, bro. We get a new Spawn movie.
Oh,
I like the Spawn movie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like it.
The 90s one
Yeah.
with the bad,
Of course,
guy.
sir, I'm not talking about graphics. Yes, it can be done better. All the old superhero movies can be done better. But let's be serious now. What's the dude name who played Spawn? I like him as Spawn. He's a good Spawn.
oh, you talking about Keith David?
Sure. But like,
And while we're on it, how about we bring up who was it that made that tweet? Who was that rapper that made the tweet?
Kid Cudi. That's what happens when mainstream people have almost zero to no either comic book knowledge or comic book knowledgeable friends. When they can just say stuff and people are just gonna roll with it. When if you just do a 5-minute Google search or a 2-minute Wikipedia search, you have a list of not only in comics but in movies and television.
well, first of all, I think we're not getting down to the root of the issue here. Understand that, I mean, yeah, it kind of almost died with our generation, but our generation is still part of it. That whole notion that like being a nerd or liking comic books was not cool, was not something that you really wanted to aspire to admit because people were just so ignorant and they were like, you know, we were like, oh yeah, you like comic books, you childish, and it still happens today. How many people say that liking anime and comic books, all that stuff is childish? Meanwhile, you got Thanos over here ripping people in half.
But pause. Please define that more. And I hate to be that person, but it's mainly colored people who have problems with that type of stuff. Everybody else is fine, but once it comes to you being colored and being a nerd or liking video games, all that, oh, you're childish, you need to go blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you know, you're right, but as a whole, even white nerds, Spanish nerds, if you were a nerd,
Yeah, back when we were
in the 90s, you was getting beat up for being
yeah, you was beat up to be a nerd. Like there was no getting around a nerd, goth, anything that was considered outside the norm of being a football player, a sports athlete, a musician, or thing. And that's the thing, even within the subgenre of being a musician, if you were a drummer or a saxophone player, if you were like playing the flute, especially if you were a dude and you were playing the flute or a clarinet, you would get destroyed. And you laugh because you know it's true.
I don't know nothing.
Like, nah. I mean, no, but Brooks does have a point though, because now in this newer, it's like, oh, you're one of those who likes those comic books, and you're one of those who likes it. But if it and Magic had a point too. It's a lack of understanding. It's a lack of investigation, because all you do have to do is push a button and look at the list. But let's be serious now. If you're, and I'm not talking about y'all because y'all may fall into this category too. if you're a fashion head, a sneaker head, a car head, all that, maybe you just don't. Maybe that's all you see. You have tunnel vision. So when it comes to those type of things, and you don't digress out of that to see how all aspects can help you. Because I'm not gonna lie, some of them anime kicks, fire. The Vegeta, the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta kicks, I want them high tops, bro.
See, here's the thing with that. I'm an anime comic book head. I barely know anything about cars, except the basic stuff of how to be able to maintain, change tires, things of that nature. So I'm not going to get into different gears and stuff and try to go back and forth with a motor head. Just like I'm not going to get back and forth with a fashion head. I'm not going to go back and forth and say something ignorant about a whole subject that I know nothing about. And that's what some of them do. Even if you get a job in a movie, like the chick from Storm was talking about how she didn't read any comic books to really get into the role and such that and stuff of that nature. And it's just like, then why'd you pick it if you're not gonna go forward with it and be serious?
Why'd she pick it? Because it's what's right now for the last 20 years, the superhero kick. That's what everybody's on right now. If you're not doing major horror, if you're not doing superhero, and if you're not doing how do I put it, action movies with a series, as in Fast and the Furious, or if you're not like a heavy hitter in the books like Harry Potter or Star Wars, you're not making no money. You're not. Nobody's checking for the chick flicks no more. It's all about action, sci-fi, superheroes, cars. Nobody's checking for anything, or horror, depending on the time of the year. Nobody's checking. So you ask why she took the role. Why not? Hell, it's money. There's money to be made. A lot of it. That's why she took it. But it's the same. Who played Thanos? Who's the guy that played Thanos?
Brolin.
Brolin even admitted he knew nothing about the character of Thanos until he was told that, hey, look, we want to cast you for this. This is who you are. This is what you're doing. He has a cousin, a first cousin that he spoke to that broke it all down for him. And he said because of his cousin, he was able to knock that crap out the park.
I think the same thing for Wonder Woman. I mean, she was in Fast and the Furious beforehand, of course, being in Fast 5. But she had a family member that knew all about Wonder Woman and put her on, and then she was able to, knock it out of the park. But that's a different story than saying I got the role and I'm just gonna wing it and I'm just gonna read these lines and things of that nature. But since 2000 and since later on, early this year or for the past couple of years, we've been on a diversity kick. How do you feel about diversity in movies and television for the sake of diversity in movies and television? Such as, and we're going to get into everybody's favorite subject, how Black Superman.
No.
No.
And to get on that subject, if you are a person and you know your stuff, comics, video games, all of the stuff, and you know that's how it is, then leave it alone. Now, yeah, you have those people who make the alternate universes. If it's something that a lot of people know about it, fine, go with it. But if a lot of people don't know about it, no. Because then it's just like, when it comes to it, not to sound in a conflicting way, bless you, it's, if we do stuff like a Black Superman, if they do white Black Panther, what happens? And I'm not saying that that's how they would think to do stuff like that, but then that becomes a problem.
They already do it. They make Egyptians white all the time.
Like Green Lantern, everybody knows Jon Stewart. So you can do it that way. People know that version, and people tend to like that version more. So there's nothing wrong. But then when you get characters, like I said, Black Panther, Storm, and you're switching it for some weird reason, everybody knows what the character looks like for years, and that's how the characters look like for years. Why switch?
There's enough diversity in comic books, and honestly in any other genre that you may want to look at.
Anime?
Yeah, anime too. You don't have to make white characters black and black characters white. There's enough for every. We just sat here and said if you Google it or Wikipedia it, there is a list of hundreds of characters of different races, nationalities, backgrounds. Why instead of doing the main, like we said, I'm tired of seeing a Batman origin story. I'm tired of seeing a Spider-Man origin story. I'm tired of seeing a Superman origin story. So guess what? How about let's switch it up a little bit? Let's do a Miles Morales. Let's do a Blue Beetle. Let's do Vixen. Let's do Blue Marvel. Let's do the stories that aren't being told, and you make bank. You come out with bruh. And I'm not saying to do it like this, but if you wanted to go ahead and pander, fine.
Check out that video.
Yeah, check out that video. Come out with Blue Beetle during like Cinco de Mayo. Boom.
Wow,
and that's bad. That's bad. But it would work. It would work. Because you know what you do?
Glenn Thomas are all on his own.
Yeah, I'm just saying. No, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that that's smart. It's smart in the sense of people are like, oh, well, clearly you know who you're trying to appeal to. Yeah, I know who I'm trying to appeal to. And guess what you're gonna do? You're still gonna buy the ticket. Why? Because you haven't seen a Spanish superhero yet. That's why you're gonna buy the ticket. So it doesn't matter when I do it. But if I want to pander to the fullest extent, like Tyler Perry does, or like anybody else does, we come out with slave movies and black hero movies during Black History Month. How come everybody else can do it, but the minute I say something about another race or group of people, oh no, don't do that. No, I'm gonna do it because guess what? They're still going to buy the ticket.
Major Vibes. You be quiet, sir.
All right. We are saying like, okay, all this stuff, but let's go back for a minute.
Okay.
They did the Little Mermaid, and they put that black girl from her name Chloe, I think.
Yeah, from Grown Ups. Whatever
yeah. For that instance, that's a good one. I feel like
no, it's not.
No, wait. Mermaids don't exist, so they don't have a race.
Boosh.
How you gonna put a race on something that don't exist?
Ariel, for 30 years, been light skinned, has been white with red hair for 30 years.
Well, guess what?
She got weave, sea weave.
Hey, you a cool boy. For 30 years, the Little Mermaid has won awards, and she has been white and red hair. If you want to do a Little Mermaid story, fine, do it based off of African mythology. Don't take off of something that's already been made. I almost hate to say this, I'm almost a purist. If your character was white and we know it's white, keep it white. If we know they black, keep them black. Hispanic, keep them Hispanic. Asian, keep them Asian. I'm switching because it don't make no sense. Just like the black Superman, a black Ariel. The only reason why that character should be different is if you have the character die off. Such as like Captain Marvel in the comics died of cancer. The new Captain Marvel is a woman. Was with Captain Marvel the entire time, so it's easy to pass the mantle. Falcon, Captain America, was with Captain America the entire time, passes off the mantle. Thor was the girlfriend of the king of Thor. Jane Foster was the girlfriend of Thor. Easy, pass the mantle. That stuff I can accept, but just saying, oh, let's just make Little Mermaid black. No, that makes no sense.
Honestly, in the superhero realm and other realms, that bothers me. But for a mythological creature, I don't care if the girl is half black and half fish. She doesn't exist, is the point. So,
But that's the same thing that can be said about comic book characters.
okay, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. They don't exist, but they are based off of races. There is no
The fictional characters you're talking about are based.
wait. Underneath the ocean, there are no Negro mermaids and Caucasian mermaids. They all intermingle. They
So
all
hold on. If
together.
you want to say it like that, underneath the ocean, how many white fishes are there? Everything is different colors.
Fine. But everything is based off of almost all of the fantasy that Disney has done is based off of mythology. Moana is based off of Pacific Islander mythology. Yes.
Let me ask you something. So, are you just as bothered that Lion King was represented by a whole white cast back in the 90s?
I got a question.
No, I want to hear his answer. Because if you're so bothered that the Little Mermaid is black, why are you not bothered that Simba was played by a white man, Nala, white woman? I think the only person that was black in that cast was Rafiki.
Actually,
He was a monkey, which makes it even worse. Like,
was singing. That was a black dude that was singing.
oh yeah, of course. So when we need to entertain, now we're black. Yeah, I'm going there. I'm going there.
But that's the thing. It's if you're like I was actually kind of weirded out. Like Heimdall, Jesus, I can't talk. Is black in the MCU, but he's based off of Norse mythology, which is completely white. So it threw me off when I first saw it, and they were like, "Oh, that's Heimdall? Wait, he's black? Okay, I guess." But it still threw me off. I am one of those type of people. It's just like if it's based off of mythology, keep it in that mythology because you wouldn't, just like we all get upset whenever they make Egyptian movies and the cast is completely white.
Okay, well let me ask you something. Let me ask you something.
There's no way you can be white in that climate.
You're okay, fine, and I already said that. I got you. But the Norse mythology, how do you know for a fact how they were depicted? Do you know any Vikings? You know any?
No, just going off the ecological climate.
Okay, fine. You're also talking about a group of people who thought it was okay to rape and pillage people. So who knows how they foresaw the person in the stars? Yeah, Odin was white. Thor was white, Loki was white, but I mean, fine. Who cares if the person serving the king or the All-Father is black? That's how they see us anyway, as servants. So, I mean, that doesn't bother me. But I'm saying like this. If you know the storyline is black, you know the storyline is ethnic in whatever fashion. Like, okay, Luke Cage went to prison. Came back to Harlem. He's bulletproof. Surrounded by black and Spanish people. It would make no sense for him to be white in that situation. But take the fact that he's from Harlem. Maybe he's from a different. He could be from anywhere because white people live in the ghetto too. It's not just black. White people live in the ghetto too. So we could switch that up and it could be something different. And it was taken from that, but I get what you're saying.
So, do you think, sir, if they was to do something like that, one, that it would go over well, and two, that it would sell?
I mean, of course not, because you already have a bulletproof white person, regular white people, and Superman. So, like, yeah, I said it. I don't care. You already have the epitome, as Mr. Magic says. The epitome of superhero, whatever, is Superman. He's as white as it gets. So,
Clark Kent.
Yeah, Clark Kent raised from in what, Kansas City, wherever he was from.
Kansas.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So
So
no, it won't go over well. But you already had instances of it not going well, like when Jamie Foxx played Electro. He got a lot of hate, but to me, he did an awesome job. He did an awesome job.
so
I know you don't agree, Mr. Maddock. It's fine. It's okay.
along the lines
Then that whole
of black superheroes, let's just keep. Would you call anime characters superheroes too, or are they just anime characters?
It can be a part of the superhero genre because my hero is a superhero.
All right. So,
Exactly.
well, where I was going with this was like, who is some of y'all favorite superheroes of color, anime or movies or whatever?
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna start with anime. Piccolo is black. I don't care what nobody says. Piccolo is black. Who
Well,
else is
technically, he
black?
can't be because he actually took up a fallen role.
Oh, yeah, damn it. Woo! Yeah, this video is
Okay. Topo from Universe 11.
fucking worse.
I'm sorry. I think
You're an alien, bro. Topo's an alien.
Topo is also the same skin complexion as you. So what you talking about?
No, darker.
And then when he powers up, he becomes dark skinned. So what you trying to say? You trying to tell me Topo's not black?
He's not. He's an alien.
Okay. Oh, okay, bro. Anyway.
That whole Universe 11 in the English dub was pretty much a crew of black people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jiren and Dispo definitely black. We all know who the neo-Nazi is in Dragon Ball. It's Frieza. That's who that is. But I even say I like Mr. Popo. And you can't say he ain't black.
Topo's a genie.
Huh?
He's a genie, bro.
He black.
A deity. He's a genie, bro.
Oh, man.
Anyway,
Let's see. Favorite superheroes of color.
Vixen.
Yeah.
Vixen is definitely one of mine.
Vixen for DC and Luke Cage for Marvel. I dig it.
For Marvel, for me, I'm gonna have to say it's the Invincible Ironheart.
I like Storm. One of my favorites growing up, so sticking with her. And then Black Panther, because those two work together.
Yeah, even though that was a sham, but we love it.
You just want to suck the happiness out of everything, don't you?
It was a public sham. I'm sorry. That was forced. They had no real interaction with themselves in the comics. That was a public sham. And when they ended it, everybody knew it was like, oh, so you just did this for the publicity. Yeah. And they got hated for it. And it took them a while
Static Shock.
to get those characters back on track.
Static Shock, yes.
Yeah.
What about some anime characters?
That's gonna be a little bit tougher because
So, the whole thing that they do is all the bad people are darker complexion.
So they draw the lips like real
big and everything. Like they try to have some stereotypes.
Since we're counting it, well, since I count it as anime, I'm gonna say Korra and Katara. They're not white, so
Yeah. If I was to go my choice, Korra, then the hidden cloud.
Oh yeah, word Octopops.
Hidden cloud, and honestly, I forget the black chick from Hunter. No, my ultimate in anime is Yororichi from Bleach. She's the fast chick.
yeah, that black cat.
Yeah, Yororichi. Like I said, the Hidden Cloud, Korra, and then the black butler chick. I forget her name from Hunter x Hunter.
Neri.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Yeah.
Cho-Cho.
Yeah. So yeah, supposed to be So, but yeah, no, Yorichi, that's a oof.
Yeah, but I mean, at least Avatar. Remember what you said, Brooks? You said that they make the villains darker. The Fire Nation was the evil one, and Last Airbender, they were all white. So they were all pale skinned. So, but okay, either now or earlier in your life, did it make you feel any type of way when we weren't represented as much? How did it make you feel?
So for me, I didn't really feel no type of way back then because as a kid growing up or getting towards that age, all I was interested was the action and storyline. So if it interested me, I was watching it. I was like, all of that stuff never played a part. The only reason why it's like that now is because the way the media, news, and everything is. And, that's the main reason why any of this stuff gets talked about like that nowadays. But back then, we didn't care. We just woke up. Guess what? Yu-Gi-Oh's on. Guess what? This is on Saturdays. No school the next day. So cartoons and cereal all day. Boom. We was set.
Yu-Gi-Oh was one of them to get it right. All the Egyptian characters were they
Egyptian.
had Eric, Odeon,
Isis. Isis, was it? Or was it Ishizu? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I say it really didn't hit me until Static Shock. Until Static Shock, I really didn't care. I was into Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. I was into all these characters. It didn't really hit me until Static Shock came, and I was just like, wow. Or Milestone Media as a whole, which I'm glad they're back now, by the way, because they were gone for a long time. But yeah, it didn't really hit me till Static Shock came, and you started just watching stuff, and you're just like, wow, we are really not in a lot of stuff, and I would really like to see some part of me in here that wasn't a gangster, that wasn't a servant, wasn't a slave. Which is why I really appreciated not only Static Shock, but Luke Cage. Luke Cage really put it in the forefront for me of, okay, this is how a good TV show is done with a majority black cast and a majority black area and a black superhero that actually knows and it's good. So
what's his name? I still don't like that albino person.
Wait, which one?
That's Black Lightning, I think, ain't it?
Oh,
yeah, Black Lightning.
What's his name? I'll get to it in a minute. I'll look it up.
Tobias.
Bias Wade.
Annoys me.
Oh, but no, he's a good villain though. That's
Yeah, he is.
That's the only good part about Black Lightning.
How we forget about Black Lightning?
Stories. God, that show was trash.
What is?
Black Lightning.
Why is it trash?
It's when you've seen stuff like Luke Cage and things of that nature, you gotta. I have a higher standard. I'm sorry.
I've watched Luke Cage.
Please stop acting like Luke Cage is just like his show is just perfect.
I watched Luke Cage.
I never said it was perfect because season 2 is a downgrade from season 1, and that's a fact. That is a total downgrade, not only in villains, but in story overall. That is a total downgrade because they should have never killed off Cottonmouth. But that's neither here nor there.
They didn't kill him. That doctor was experimenting on him at the end of the season.
Cottonmouth
that was Diamondback. No, Cottonmouth got killed by his sister when she pretty much hit him out of the Harlem's Paradise and then beat him in with the microphone stand.
Yeah, that was Cottonmouth. Okay.
Yeah. So, but no, it's just like Black Lightning has never been a popular character in DC anyway. So it's just like it's just like your storylines you don't have much to go on. So you pretty much have the CW formula, which is why the Flash failed and which is why Arrow failed because you're trying to make it something that it's not. It's like this drama or or this other stuff that's on regular TV when you should just be making a superhero movie. I mean, superhero television show where it's dealing with the villains of the week or something along those lines. Stop trying to make it a television drama. Superheroes aren't that really, in a sense.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. When they try too hard, it's just like, yeah, that's not it, Chief.
Especially Supergirl. Oh my God. They try to make that SGW up and down. Jesus. Major Vibes, why are you so quiet, man? Like,
I've seen this Black Lion, so I couldn't really get down with everybody talking about, you know, different parts of it. I know who y'all talking about, that light skinned dude that y'all don't like, Tobias. I remember that part.
Albino, he's not light skinned.
He's albino. Albino.
Whoa, don't disrespect now. There is a difference. There is a difference. And they will get on you for that.
Same difference.
Shades of light skinness, because me and him, me and Mr. D. Blair Thomas, always discuss the shades of light skin versus dark skin, caramel.
Oh my God, here we go. I'm not having this conversation. I'm not having this conversation. Next.
Why not?
Why not? Because, sir, I know I may wear glasses, so yes, you got me beat in actual vision. But these are $200 glasses. I know light skin when I see it, and you, sir, your definition of light skin is not light skin; it's fair skin.
Can I say something real quick?
What?
It's the proven fact then, since you wear 200 glasses, that your eyes don't work properly. Correct.
Which is why
So you
they
need
work
to-
right. They're working right now. They're working right now. Now, listen. If I take them off and I try to tell you what something is, then right. Don't believe nothing I got to say. Don't believe nothing, because right now y'all are blurring. I'm right in front of the screen. So yes, but when I got my HDs on, when I got these on, these 4D glasses.
Clearly, but your color theory is off, bro. Your contrast is off.
Yo.
okay. If you could pick one superhero, male or female, to do either a movie or a television show, which one would it be?
Miles, the Black Spider-Man. I want to see him. I saw a real one, not no animated. Welcome into the Spider-Verse. No, a real Static Shock, a real Spawn, a new one. I know I sound crazy, but yeah, I want to see some.
No.
You don't sound crazy. No,
Morales is going to be good.
those are legit.
Yeah, Miles Morales is due for one, so.
For me, and it'd be really easy for DC to get it right, is Vixen. I want to see a Vixen show or movie because it's very easy to do, and that'll get all the black women to come out and see your movie. You know, an entrepreneur, owns her own modeling company. She is a model in her modeling company, corporate manager, activist for animals, slim thick with her cute ass. So, I mean, come on. And her skin is like chocolate. Like, come on, man.
You can do that with Storm. A Storm movie.
My Storm is light skin, bro.
You talking about Halle Berry Storm? Or are you talking about...
No. Storm is light skin, right?
I never said that.
Yes, you did. You didn't say it today. You said brown paper bag. And how she's depicted is brown paper bag. So she's light skin, right?
I never said that, bro.
Hey, can I pick my characters? True.
Go ahead, bro.
So, I want to see them do one with Jon Stewart. That is off rip. But, you know, DC does have issues with making movies. Also, Cyborg, but another hard one for DC probably. And then another one for me would probably be Bishop, if they can bring Bishop into the X-Men universe. But then again, X-Men still doesn't do that good. So it's like all the people that I would like, I don't know if they're going to be able to succeed of doing it.
So for me, one, of course, Vixen. Vixen, I believe, is the easiest one that you can make money off of. You'll instantly and immediately pull in the black female demographic. Simple. She is her own. She is an independent woman that makes her own, does her own, and she has the power of the entire animal kingdom. There's nothing that can go wrong with that. And fun fact, she has come back from absolutely nothing because she used the power of a microcelled organism. So there you go. So she's powerful in all types of words. So, and the second one is actually going to be a surprise. I want them to do Wonder Woman, but I want them to show the Egyptian Amazons and Nubia, the general of the Amazons.
You know damn well they ain't gonna do that.
I know they won't, but however, Nubia, they have no choice with Nubia. I mean, technically I can't say that. They have a choice, but however, she is the general of the entire Amazonian army. So if you're gonna show her. And she's pretty much, I wanna say, sister or cousin of Wonder Woman. So that can also be something that you can play into too. Even though I know they're not gonna show her in Wonder Woman 2, or Wonder Woman 1984, because they still doing that whole her and Steve Trevor and Cheetah, which looks god awful. But
that trailer
for another day. But yeah, so but that's all the time we have for today, at least for Black superheroes in television and movies. Once again, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, our Black Panther. This has been the Obsidian Alliance. I am Magic.
Blair Thomas.
Brooks.
Major Vibes.
And as always, if you need guidance, please come seek the Alliance. Take care, Wakanda forever, and have a good one.
Young OG, Blair Thomas, and Magic. Subscribe now, watch us live lavish. We got Brooks. Now we live and we bringing major vibes. Obsidian Alliance, we taking all flying high. Follow us now for guidance. Obsidian Alliance, Obsidian Alliance. We got the best advice. Keep it real, no lying. Obsidian Alliance, Obsidian Alliance, Obsidian Alliance, Obsidian Alliance. We got what you need. Obsidian Alliance, Obsidian Alliance, Obsidian Alliance. Oh no, oh no.